Kelly Clarkson returned to her long-running show, The Kelly Clarkson Show, after a brief and mysterious disappearance due to a personal matter. Her return was filled with emotion as she resumed her hosting duties. However, it was her heartfelt interaction with guest Sterling K. Brown, the This Is Us star, that left her visibly moved and brought her to tears. During his appearance on the show, Brown shared a deeply personal and emotional story about the origin of his first name. As he explained, his birth name was actually passed down through generations from his grandfather and father, both of whom were named Sterling Brown Sr. and Sterling Brown Jr. The actor shared that for most of his childhood and early adolescence, he didn't use his birth name at all. Instead, he went by his middle name, Kelby, up until he was 16 years old. Brown revealed that it wasn't until he reached the age of 16 that he made the decision to start using his birth name, Sterling. The reason for this was deeply emotional. Sterling K. Brown explained that his grandfather, after whom he was named, had passed away when he was just 10 years old. By the time he turned 16, he realized he hadn't heard his grandfather's name for nearly 5.5 years. This loss and the distance from the memory of his grandfather led to the actor's decision to embrace the name he had once distanced himself from. He wanted to honor his grandfather's memory by hearing that name again, something that was profoundly significant to him. This emotional moment struck a chord with Kelly Clarkson, and as Brown shared the personal story, she visibly became emotional herself. The connection between the two was palpable, as both Clarkson and Brown understood the power of names and the weight they carry through generations. It was a poignant reminder of how names are not just labels, but symbols of the people who came before us, shaping our identities and the way we honor our loved ones. For Clarkson, the moment was especially meaningful as she herself has faced her own personal struggles and challenges in the public eye. The raw vulnerability shared by Brown resonated deeply, and it was clear that the powerful story about family, legacy, and loss touched her heart. In the midst of her return from a period of personal reflection, this exchange reminded Clarkson and her audience of the importance of cherishing family and honoring the memories of those who have passed. The conversation also shed light on the significance of names and identity, a theme that resonated with many viewers. Sterling K. Brown's decision to reclaim his name at the age of 16 was not just about honoring his grandfather, but also about embracing his true self and his family's legacy. It was a beautiful moment of connection, both for the audience and for the two celebrities, as they shared in the deep emotions of remembering loved ones who have left an indelible mark on their lives. The moment of vulnerability between Clarkson and Brown was not just a highlight of the episode, but also a reflection of the genuine connections that can be formed when individuals open up about their personal stories. It served as a reminder to viewers that everyone has a unique journey, and sometimes the most powerful moments of connection come from sharing our most intimate experiences. As the episode came to a close, Kelly Clarkson wiped away her tears, touched by the poignant story shared by her guest. It was a moment of raw emotion that not only reflected the power of family and legacy but also the strength in embracing one's true identity. For Clarkson, this moment marked a heartfelt return to her show, reminding her and her audience of the deep connections that can be made through personal stories and shared experiences. For Omini.